Today, Angola's capital, Luanda, is much more than just a city. It's a growing province, and one that is developing through multiple points of urban living. Luanda, a city facing the Atlantic Ocean, boasting more than 4 centuries of history. Inhabited by men and women of courage who here built their homes and communities, raising churches and monuments, developing trade and producing culture. The beautiful beaches, the warm and welcoming island of Musuro, the magnificent bay of Luanda, the magical viewpoint of the moon, and the area of Barra do Kwanza, among other locations, provide unforgettable memories for visitors who have come to experience the new economic and tourist reality of Angola. Angola has made and continues to make unparalleled effort in construction and infrastructure, with a view to assuring the best possible future and to attract qualified investment in various sectors of economic activity. The city of Luanda is the center of national and international investment, both for infrastructure and road construction, as well as real estate development. Issues related to urban growth are an everyday concern at government level, and every effort is made to ensure positive spatial planning and urban management in the province of Luanda. The growth of the population and economic development in the city have more than outgrown the city's urban space, giving rise to new provincial borders. In the real estate sector, professionals have joined forces to promote the development of new spaces of urban living, fostering interaction and quality of life in the new districts. All of this activity is overseen by the provincial government of Luanda, who in a participatory capacity coordinates the integration of these sectors into people's lives, including the real estate sector, which in addition to being necessary in itself, is the main axis for qualified growth in urban and peri-urban Luanda. With this thought in mind, concerns regarding low-cost housing and economical building techniques have allowed the participation of all actors in correct and appropriate urban expansion and development, with the necessary requirement for the improvement in the quality of life of the populations. With the central policies defined in the Public Investment Programme, guidelines have been created for the implementation of the National Programme of Urbanization and Housing, still underway. However, all efforts in Luanda have now turned to the establishment of the Master Plan for the province of Luanda. The most important issues are regularly targeted for discussion and involvement by all stakeholders to identify key issues, which can include bureaucratic matters, the high price of building materials, difficulties in integrating basic infrastructures, and even firm guarantees, where the cooperation and participation of the banking sector and the state have an important role to play. Urbanization in the province evolves through the integration of new policies that allow the preservation and promotion of cultural and landscape heritage in new projects, whether they're from the high, medium or low-income segment. New projects are developed in virtually all areas where the municipality plays a role, organizing the metropolitan area in the best way possible. For the most part, the projects are targeted at high or medium-high segments of the population. But this trend will be subject to proportional balancing with respect to the middle and low-income sectors, since the housing problems in the province are far from being solved given the economic and social pressures, which need to be addressed appropriately and in accordance with national goals. In the city centre, another segment is already the target of concern: urban regeneration. With the existence of building sets over 40 to 50 years old and in poor condition, which are important residential poles for the inhabitants of Luanda and form part of the city's architectural heritage. With regard to built cultural heritage, IPGUL has made a great effort to classify these assets, giving voice to the technicians who have carried out important work in classifying patrimony and recovering historical collections. In tourism, the goals include developing the destination and motivating the sector in terms of the potential of the climate and environment, creating new segments that contribute to further developing the economy. With increasing momentum, the hotel offer diversifies to host demand, resulting in an increasing number of tourists, where the main motivations are the result of business travel. IPGUL today is honoured to have been able in recent years to invest in human resources and technology that facilitate management, simplifying the decision-making process and making it more transparent. An example of this is the integration of its digital databases for urban planning, licensing, cartography, registration, and the digital georeference database. This systemizing of processes has facilitated the provision in all fields of qualified responses to both citizens and investors, improving the service offered and preserving the collective cultural memory of the province of Luanda. You cannot explain a city. While the province of Luanda grows with the imagination of people, the world sees the future with confidence to invest and to contribute towards its growth. Luanda and its province is a life center in the heart of Angola and the African continent, inviting all those who wish to invest in a qualified capacity. Luanda, combining the will to move forward with the future. Luanda welcomes you.
A no meu pico, a comer o peixe frito. Menino do Anzal, que na areia tá a matar. Peguei na minha nega lá, o mocota também tava lá. Rebola, 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 tipo garoto do Barcelona. Eu também sou dono da bola. Olho da matete, tá dando pulo no peixe. Já que bala, tiro bicho. Dia fui na Viana, se encontrei com aquela grande. Cheguei na você malade. Namoraste com minha mãe, naquele beco Samila. Delegado, peixe no gelado. Ela apenas chupa gelado. Hoje é dia do namorado, meu telefone tá pedindo. Camila não mete biquíni, como de lado, roto de lado. Como de lado, roto de lado.